To help you become the person you need to become, to achieve the vision only you can see, I want to help you with two things: mindset, but also consciousness. Hi, my name is Gollan, and for the past 25 years, I've been coaching business owners on how to achieve epic business growth. And in today's video, I want to shift some things for your mindset, but most importantly to me. The work I do with my consciousness has blown my mind, and I want to help you do that. So, I want to share with you so you can do that in your life. So let's talk about mindset. So for me, if you watch my videos, I talk about the self and I talk about service. For me, the self. For me and my progress, my progress in self was more about me. Me. The problems that I had. Problems. And what I needed to do was change my mindset by checking my negative self-talk, by checking the words that I say and the actions that I did and who I was becoming because of those. So for me, it was about mindset. And for me, without having done much research on mindset, mindset to me always meant perspectives. The more perspectives I have on something, the more able I'm able to adapt. So the more perspectives, the more ability I've got to adapt. So if we have an orange and you're only looking at it from one direction and you're wanting everyone else to change but not yourself, you need to change the angle or the perception. Look at it from a different way. For me, that's mindset. And mindset is great. I come up in an academic family, so everything was cerebral. Everything was your mind, your intelligence is a massive value, and you be valued by how smart you are. But for me, what I found for me in my life, the more spiritual I became, the more my life changed. So for me, mindset is in the mind. The mind's great, but the mind is limited. It's great for storing. It's like a hard drive. It's great for storing things, remembering things, and finding and filing things so you can access it. And if you can change your perspective, you can have a different understanding or see a different angle. But for me, being conscious and consciousness and connected to source rather than just being connected to self, oh my God. Napoleon Hill calls it the infinite intelligence in his book, Think and Grow Rich. Some people call it the source, some people call it the ether, some people call it God. I don't mind what you call it. For me, I call it source. That's the number one. And if you watch my videos, I stutter a lot about the infinite intelligence. For me, it's a natural thing to call it the source. I don't know why, but that's just because it feels right. In my body, it's about knowing. Knowing not from an educated mind point of view where it's like, yeah, I know that, because to know it and not to do it is not to know it at all. Knowing is about feeling 100% in your body, and you're prepared to die for that it is true. So for me, mindset is great, and I needed to change my mindset. I needed to find other perspectives on things. I needed to look at a situation from a different point of view. And I needed to, I talk to my children about this. The more perspectives you have, the more you can adapt. And it's not the strongest in the world that's going to survive. It is survive and thrive. It's the person that can adapt to the situation, and you can more readily adapt by having different perspectives. It's the spectrum. You want to have a lot of different perspectives so you can see how people are looking at things. So you can look at things differently as well. But consciousness, just, oh my God, that for me has been amazing. That came to me from doing all the mindset stuff, but I've always been drawn to there's something bigger than me. I just know that. I was destined for something bigger, and there's something bigger than me. And for all the science type people, and I love science because because I am science and science is me, that's part of me. Science is essential, but there's just stuff that science can't explain. Why? Because science isn't at the technology level to understand things. There's just stuff, if we're just a planet in this massive universe that we don't even know the width and breadth of it. There's surely got to be something greater somehow, somewhere. That's what I believe. So for me, in working on the mindset and getting the perspective, it just started to open up things for me. And then from where I was to going to where I need to go to achieve my vision and becoming a person aware of self, I started to become aware of the source, or the ether, or the infinite intelligence. And so what happens to me, and I'll give you some examples so that you can check within yourself, are you getting mindset stuff, or are you getting or you've got a connection to the consciousness, the collective consciousness? So for me, I know I'm connected to a stream of consciousness that's not just mine, I've got access to it, but I bring through businesses and bring through energy to help business owners do amazing things with their business. I get visions of what can happen I got in the 2000, it was like 2004, 2005. I'm going to find out the actual date because it's important to me now. But I dismissed this. But what it is that I got from the ether, from the source, was that the business talks to me, and I talk to the business owner to understand to make them understand what the business needs. Then, as I progressed, I didn't want to accept that because I was unaware of how these messages, where they were coming from, or was it me, or was it external to me? But what I've found is that as you become aware of your internal talk, just like hearing other people, you will get a different sense of the internal talk or the internal messages that you get from situations, whether it's auditory, whether it's kinesthetic or kinesthetic, or visual, or whatever sense that you bring through. You will tune into it and know when it's from above, whether it's from within, or whether it's from a person or something like that. So you will get messages from watching a movie, because the people that make the movies, a lot of them are gifted in with wisdom, and they pour and drop the wisdom pieces into those movies to help you unlock perspectives from a mindset point of view, but unlock your consciousness so you can have a connection to source. And how do you know when it's a connection to source? You will just learn to know. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay, man. It's unbelievable. It's been amazing for me because I can tap into it. Particularly, what happens for me is when I do good things from a humanitarian point of view, when I do good things for myself, to myself, and for others, stuff comes to me. It's almost like an initiation. It's like a reward for doing what's right. What's that quote? It's not because you're doing it because it's right. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do. And there's universal laws, and when you become aware of what those universal laws are, and you follow those, and you use those in your life, in your family, in your business, you will get rewarded for using them in the right ways, because it's the right thing to do. And then the messages will start coming through because of that. And so for me, the mindset is beautiful. I love the mindset training. But for me, that's limited. The consciousness, the connection to source and infinite intelligence is exponential. And that is part of the reason why I've been able to do epic things for my clients, because we bring in the exponential, the infinite intelligence into their business. And that is there for you if you commit to becoming and clearing yourself, and then being open to, and then committing to being conscious with a connection to source, infinite intelligence, the ether. That is the biz. I love you. I 100% love and accept you for who you are, what you say, what you think, and what you do. Take care. This is Casey. Let's do epic. Talk again soon.